I guess all the that's against me, they the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Houston Texans
and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Play action now, Mills.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back in the 9.
Ball Nichols in there to take him down. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
He's going to air one out. He's got him in, complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First down throw for Mills. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
And they'll throw again. Here's Mills.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
They're going across the field, it connects with Mechie. And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Johnson will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Here's Pierce. He's going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. And I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Philip Dorsett, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Texans are on the board first here in Vegas.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he whips that one incomplete there.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Carr. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Carr going to throw.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Raiders nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Adams the man in motion right. To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
That's returnable now for Smith. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way, because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
And this time they were ready for him, as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. A good pickup there of 20 yards. 21-0 our score after one.
With the score, Texans 21, Raiders nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. From the 24, Carr. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Aiming for Jacobs, he's got him, reeling it in on the out route. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
A gain of 9 yards.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw again on second down. Mills. Williams brings it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down, Houston.
Mills. Over the middle, complete. It's Pierce.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Mills throw taken in there by Cooks. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Right side, complete to Mechie. They'll get it inside the 20.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw, Mills.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down. And he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head.
He's got a man. Complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's complete to Adams.
And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Jacobs will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in the big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mills again.
It's good. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to...
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Mills on 1st down. Caught left side by Mechie. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mills. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mills. Open man,
and now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Raiders pick it up. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Carlson on for the PAT. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Houston. Ty Johnson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. The final shot here before half for Carr. Forced out to his left. Looking deep for Adams. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Throwing on first down is Carr.
He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, Coach has always talked about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. Throwing now is Carr.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Carr again here on second and 10. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller from a yard out. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now after the INT, it's Carr being chased out left. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. To throw, it's Carr. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Carr. And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Devontae Adams. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Raiders have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Malone Nichols able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. That one goes for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36.
A first down throw for Mills.
Williams brings it in.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Cooks on the quick slant.
Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks from 17 yards out.
And the Texans have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a play fake. Carr. He hits Adams complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Final minute now in the third quarter. On first down, Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here's Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. An extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. This is caught. It's close.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to get the football back at their own 17.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I guarantee you, it's not very good.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
72 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Jacobs.
Oh, it bowls over him. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, 30 more yards and another first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Carr's throw complete to Hollins. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up first and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what I said to the defensive line. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscle all over the field and getting pushed down it.
On second down, Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. An extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sand. Throwing on second and long. Mills. And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game, and good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick-6 from earlier in this game?
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. On 1st and 10, Mills. And his throw here is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mills toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mills. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Mills on first down.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throw left side complete. That's Pierce.
Mills again.
This is caught. Touchdown. O.J. Howard, 29 yards.
And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2.
Mills going to throw for it.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there.
Now a give to Jacobs running right.
127 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Carlson able to put this one through.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rare for you to air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt.
motion, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though.